What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, That Guy Mahek, tuning back in for another crazy reaction. This time we got 3 disturbing TikTok murder cases that will make you sick. It's crazy to think that, as much as, it's not actually not crazy to think, actually, now I think about it, because we record everything, and you're not going to do anything these days, and it not be recorded, or at least some part of it being recorded, at least parts of the situation are going to be caught on camera. But anyways, before we jump into that, we got to give a big shout out to all of the members, like we've been doing, got to give praise to the people who, take that extra little mile and, hit that join button and, support the channel, a little extra, So, yeah. Driver Thoughts, Mad Creeker, Lynn, Ryan, Token, Taylor, Jane, Liz, Misty, Nugget, My Hood Life, and Gary. I appreciate you guys. If you want to have your name shouted out, you want a little bit of praise from Mile High in the starts of every video, go ahead and hit that join button down below. If not, please just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, because that's free and it helps your boy tremendously. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's keep it going, man. Let's jump into these videos and see what's going down. And shout out to Anna Horror Stories. I found this actually earlier today and was like, yo, I want to check that out, because the title was crazy. So I was like, what? Let's do it. But let's go, man.
The following stories tell the tales of real cases in which TikTok played a role in a murder. Ali Abu Laban was at one time a TikTok celebrity. He had over 1 million followers and was known for doing pop culture impersonations. In some of his videos, his wife Anna would join in. The pair appeared to be madly in love and had a cute relationship that others admired. Anna also had her own account on TikTok, and she would upload videos to that as well. The pair would dance, play around, and tease each other. The pair also shared a 5-year-old daughter. To outsiders looking in, it seemed like they had everything. They lived in a high-rise apartment in San Diego, California. They were beautiful people who were living a beautiful life.
Who probably still had crazy financial problems, because just because you have a following on Facebook or TikTok or social media in general, the one thing that I've come to realize is that a lot of people have a hard time monetizing the content, monetizing themselves, creating more opportunities from the notoriety that they actually have gained. And therefore, it's just the same simple story that most people have, and it's, you're living outside your means, and you know what I'm saying? That's what it's starting to sound like. I don't know.
Anna's life in San Diego was much different than the life she had been born into. She was born in 1993 in Japan to Filipino parents and didn't move to the United States until later in life. She was known for being kind, compassionate, and a loyal friend. Unfortunately, as time went on, trouble began to brew in her relationship with her husband. Ali became more and more possessive of his wife, and he even became violent. Ali viewed Anna as a beautiful possession that he couldn't bear to lose. He went to great lengths to hold control over her. The pair worked hard to conceal their relationship troubles from the public and pretend to be the same happy-go-lucky couple. But Anna's closest friends picked up on what was going on and became concerned for her. Ali was aggressive, dominant, and talked over people. He also wasn't afraid to boast about his accomplishments and financial success. He seemed to resent her friends and the time that they would spend together.
So I was a little off. What's up? You guys out? Okay, love you guys. Bye. Love you. Bye. Be good. My kids is going to one of my daughters is going to her mom's house, and my other daughter is gonna go hang out with her at her mom's house. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I was a little off. I thought this was gonna be like one of those situations where it was like a keeping up with the Joneses, and the stresses of financial incapability might have drove this person to do some crazy stuff. But it happened to be just a weird possessive individual who lost his damn marbles.
The more her social life grew, the angrier he became. He was actually trying to get a divorce at that time when he killed her, one of Anna's friends later recalled.
She was actually trying to get a divorce at that time when he killed her.
Ali's behavior got scarier and scarier. He felt that his wife partied too much and hated that she would attend social gatherings without him. It was clear that he was becoming more and more unhinged, even causing his family to not want to be around him. To make matters worse, He was
Damn.
also engaging in drug use, something his fans would soon find out about. While filming an Instagram Live one day, Ali was drinking and ended up pulling out a bag of drugs that he would go on to snort while still on camera. At first, his fans thought that this was just a skit he was doing, but became disturbed when they realized that he wasn't pretending. The red
he's on there
flags were
doing coke
beginning
and
to
shit?
add up. The next day, Ali released a weak apology. He claimed that it had been his first time ever engaging in drug use, and that he realized how dangerous it was.
Lies.
He then went on a strange and confusing rant in which he discussed how he didn't like his wife being around other men, and that it made him uncomfortable. In September of 2021, Anna told the police that he had pushed her, causing some minor injuries. She was done with their marriage and wanted to get a restraining order against him. On October 18th, she asked her estranged husband to leave the apartment that they shared with their daughter. Ali's behavior became more and more erratic. He began drinking heavily, even posting videos of himself driving while drinking out of a bottle of red wine. During this time, he continued to reach out to Anna, who would refuse to pick up his calls. His family begged him to give her some space, but he couldn't be reasoned with. Ali had no plans to leave Anna alone, and he hatched a disturbing plan. When he knew that Anna wasn't home, he snuck back into the apartment and downloaded a special app on his daughter's iPad. Through this app, he would be able to spy on them and know what was going on at the apartment. Before leaving, he vandalized and trashed the apartment. Sure enough, while listening in on Anna, Ali heard the sound of a male voice accompanied by her laughing. He became so enraged he could not think straight, and he automatically assumed that Anna was cheating on him. The man that Anna was with was 29-year-old Rayburn Canedez Barron. Despite Ali's assumptions, Rayburn and Anna were just friends. Ali drove to the apartment in a blind rage and shot Rayburn 3 times, killing him. He then shot Anna in the head, killing her as well. After the horrific murders, he fled the scene and drove to his daughter's school to pick her up. It was then that he told the confused little girl that he had hurt mommy. He confessed to his own mother over the phone.
Bruh, so you go and do some heinous ass shit, and to try to clear your conscience, you tell your daughter, yeah, I hurt mommy. What, nigga? Like, bruh, this dude is crazy sick in the head,
He was arrested
bro.
a short while later while his daughter was still in the car. Despite the overwhelming evidence that he committed the gruesome acts, Ali claims that he is innocent and pleaded guilty to the double homicide. It's possible that if he is convicted, he may face the death penalty.
Wow. That shit's wild. And I guarantee you the reason why he's claiming that and all that, because he's either trying to do the insanity plea or he's trying to get some sort of crime of passion, verdict or whatever, which, obviously if you're insane, you're going to go to a sane asylum and, you're going to be, the sentence is just completely different, right? If you get the crime of passion, the same, thing that Nipsey Hussle's killer is trying to claim is a crime of passion. It's not, you're not being convicted of a murder. So the sentencing is different, right? Like you may still do a lot of time, but you're not going to necessarily do life. You may not even do like a 25 to life or anything like that when you, do crimes out of passion. So, yeah, that's kind of seeing what that was like, what he's trying to get out of that. That's nuts, bro. That's crazy.
Calicia Williams was a stunning 16-year-old girl who loved dancing, filming TikToks, and hanging out with her friends. In December of 2020, she was invited to go to a chaperoned holiday party that would be held at an Airbnb with just a couple of friends from school. Her mother and stepfather felt comfortable with letting their daughter go to the party because she had gone to an event like this once before. They even spoke with the mother who would be chaperoning the event and were told that she would be there the entire time. While Calicia was on the fence about attending, her stepfather thought it would be a good idea to socialize. Because of the pandemic, she had been cooped up inside the house for months and was unable to see her friends. Calicia eventually agreed and decided that she would go. However, the party, which took place the day after Christmas, was not like anything Calicia's parents had been told. Rather than it taking place at an Airbnb, it was at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. At 12:02 a.m. on the night of the party, Calicia was filming what would end up being her last TikTok. She was in her hotel room performing a dance routine when someone appears to enter her room without knocking. Calicia jumps and appears shocked. She quickly turns off the video. Only moments later, can be heard coming from inside of Calicia's hotel room. But the other partygoers were completely unaware of what was going on with their friend. While the details of what followed continued to be partially unclear, it's known that shortly after the gunfire, 2 males entered the room and found Calicia laying on the floor covered in blood. They carried her to the elevator and the authorities were notified. When the paramedics arrived at the scene, Calicia was not breathing and had no pulse. She was then transferred to the hospital where doctors tried to save her life, but were unsuccessful. While all of this was going on, Calicia's parents reached out to the chaperone of the party to check in and see how their daughter was doing, but ultimately were not given the truth about Calicia's fate until 8 hours after her death.
What?
The parents are
Bruh, you weren't. Wait. You failed to tell these people the truth for 8 hours? The cops didn't what do you mean they didn't know for 8 hours?
Also enraged that they trusted this adult to take care of their daughter, only to be let down. They believe that the individual should be held partially accountable for what happened.
The hotel room was in her name, so I feel like she should be held accountable for my daughter's death as well.
April Smith, Calicia's mother, told reporters. As for the suspect, he is believed to be a juvenile male, but his name has not been released. The male allegedly entered Calicia's hotel room and a verbal altercation took place. He then fatally shot her before leaving the scene. He was taken into custody and has been charged not only with felony murder, but unlawful possession of a firearm. Following this tragedy, many people joined Calicia's parents as they protested outside of the Hyatt Regency Hotel demanding justice. They held up photographs of Calicia and signs asking for answers. What happened after she made that last TikTok video at 12:02 a.m. and she was dead at 12:23 a.m.? I need answers. It was just a lot of foul play, and I'm trying
almost
to put
like
all
they
the pieces together because I don't
bro.
feel like the system is doing enough to help me, April Smith also said. To this day, Calicia's loved ones are still fighting to get the answers that they deserve as they mourn the loss of a life taken far too soon.
Yeah, that's sad. That's so sad.
Mahek Bukhari is a 22-year-old TikTok star from Lancashire, England. She has a relatively large audience with over 120,000 followers and over 3.2 million likes. She filmed videos recreating popular trends as well as makeup and fashion tutorials and videos with her mother and friends. Most of her videos seemed pretty innocent and lighthearted. That is, until she posted one unsettling video on January 3rd, 2022, in which she joked about having to confess to killing someone. She seemed to smile as Shawn Mendes' song "It'll Be Okay" played over the clip. While most of her followers probably thought this was nothing more than a silly TikTok video, it was actually foreshadowing a very dark event to come. In February of 2022, Mahek, her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, and a 21-year-old woman named Natasha Akatar were involved in a car chase. They chased 2 21-year-old cousins named Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin and Saqib Hussein and eventually ran them off the road, destroying their car and taking both of their lives instantly. 2 men named Reyes Jamal and Raken Karwan have also been charged in connection with the car chase, but it has not been released what role they played in this horrific tragedy. The vehicles that were involved in the crash include a silver Skoda Fabia, a gray Audi TT, and a blue Seat Leon. While the exact routes the cars took is still being pieced together, it is known that they were traveling at great speeds. It's unclear what sparked these 3 women to want to chase down the men. However, it is known that Mahek has been involved in some tension with other people in the past. Last year, she claimed that she had beef with other influencers and had felt the need to disassociate with them as a result. I would say beef was coming to me last year, and I cut off loads of people. Lots of TikTokers actually, which was really good for my mental health as well, Mahek said. Now I'm literally thriving and growing. She also wasn't afraid to engage in risky behavior. In one of her TikToks, a flashy car is seen screeching recklessly through a parking lot, while in another clip, she is seen filming herself while driving. The video was tagged by TikTok with a warning that read, "Participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt." After their arrests, Mahek and her mother were brought into court. During this time, the judge asked them if they understood the severity of their charges.
I'm like trying to figure out why they did it. Like I really hope that we get like the charges, because like I'm trying to like, did they assault these women? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like bro, like what did they do to provoke you to run them off the road and kill them? Like
They both only said one word: yes. They will face a hearing on March 18th and will likely face trial in September of 2022. Meanwhile, the loved ones of Ijazuddin and Hussein are left to grieve the long lives that were ended far too soon. Sikandar Hayat, Ijazuddin's father, said that at the time of the crash, Hussein was going through a hard time and his son was trying to help cheer him up. He had borrowed his grandfather's car and was using it to take Hussein to see a friend of theirs. Saqib was very down about things. Hashim loved him a lot and cared for all people in general. He would do anything to help somebody out, Hayat said. Will the fallen TikTok star and her mother spend the rest of their days in prison? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button and sleep tight.
They should. Like, what? I mean, what? Like, you ran 2 people off the road and killed them. If that ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? If that ain't enough to warrant you to sit your ass down forever, like, I don't know what else is, bro. Like, shit, you crazy. Goddamn, you know what I mean? A straight jacket in a padded room or something. Fuck. Anyways, man, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that shit down in the comments below, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.